Tensions erupt at Aston Villa as Unai Emery blasts Marcus Rashford after crushing 3-0 defeat to Crystal Palace. Aston Villa's season took another dramatic turn this weekend after a disastrous 3-0 defeat to Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park, a result that not only damaged their hopes for European qualification but also exposed growing cracks within the squad. In an extraordinary post-match outburst, Villa manager Unai Emery publicly criticized Marcus Rashford, venting his frustration at the player's performance and attitude. Rashford, who is currently on loan at Aston Villa from Manchester United, was expected to add a cutting edge to Villa's front line. Instead, he endured a torrid afternoon, looking disinterested and disconnected from the team's play. His lack of tracking back, poor decision-making, and body language on the pitch seemed to epitomize Villa's wider struggles on the day, and Emery was in no mood to hide his anger. In a highly charged press conference, Emery did not hold back. "We have expectations, we have standards. Marcus Rashford today, that was unacceptable," Emery said, his voice tinged with rare fury. "When you wear this shirt, you fight for every ball, every second. I did not see that from him. It's disrespectful to the team, to the fans, and to the club." The Spanish coach, usually known for his composed and tactical demeanor, appeared genuinely infuriated, suggesting that Rashford's attitude could have a lasting impact on his future at the club. "If a player thinks he can come here and stroll through games, he is wrong. Very wrong. We demand commitment. If you cannot give that, you will not play," Emery continued. Sources close to the dressing room report that the manager's anger had already boiled over in the dressing room, where Rashford was allegedly singled out for a stern dressing down in front of his teammates. Some players were said to be stunned by the ferocity of Emery's critique, though others reportedly agreed that Rashford's attitude had been a growing concern for weeks. The move to Villa was supposed to represent a fresh start for Rashford after a difficult period at Manchester United. A loan deal had been seen as a way for him to regain his form and rebuild his reputation under a manager renowned for improving players. However, this latest development could have serious implications for his career trajectory. Despite occasional flashes of his undeniable talent, Rashford's stint at Villa has been riddled with inconsistency, and his off-the-ball work rate, once a hallmark of his early United days, has been notably lacking. Critics have accused him of looking disinterested when things aren't going his way, and Saturday's debacle against Palace seems to have pushed Emery to the edge. There are now serious doubts over whether Rashford will see out the season with Villa, let alone secure a permanent move. Talks of a permanent transfer had already cooled in recent weeks, and after Emery's public comments, it is difficult to imagine Villa pushing to keep him beyond the summer. Rashford's struggles, however, are only part of the bigger picture for Aston Villa. Saturday's defeat was symptomatic of a side that appears to be running out of steam just when it matters most. Defensive frailties, lack of creativity in midfield, and an over-reliance on individual moments of brilliance have all come to the fore. Palace, for their part, were ruthlessly efficient. Goals from Eberechi's, Michael Olise, and Jean-Philippe Mateta condemned Villa to a humbling loss that leaves their European ambitions hanging by a thread. Unai Emery now faces the massive task of not only rallying his squad but also making some tough decisions about personnel. Publicly calling out Rashford might be seen as a gamble, risking further dressing room divisions, but it also sends a clear message: commitment and passion are non-negotiable at Aston Villa. The immediate future for Marcus Rashford looks uncertain. His stock has undoubtedly fallen, and he now faces a battle not just to regain Emery's trust but to salvage his career at the top level. Meanwhile, Villa must regroup quickly if they are to rescue something from what once promised to be a memorable season. With a crucial run of fixtures ahead, including matches against direct rivals for European spots, Emery's no-nonsense approach will be put to the test. For Rashford, it's a moment of truth: step up and fight, or risk becoming an afterthought in English football's fiercely competitive landscape. As the dust settles on a chaotic afternoon in South London, one thing is clear: Aston Villa's season, and Marcus Rashford's future, are both at a critical crossroads.